cada día más mentira que el presidente. Este pendejo es nomás parte del sistema, un sistema que olvida a la gente y desarrolla pura guerra y pobreza. Puede decirlo el gringo capitalismo, pues yo lo digo el fascismo globalista. Ya me canso de leer estas noticias que me informan que el mundo está quemando. Cuando veo lo que pasa en todos los barrios, nomás miro a la gente trabajando. Si los patrones de este mundo quieren guerra, pues que se vayan como sus propios soldados.
Afro-Latina, camina conmigo. Salsa swagger anywhere she go. Como la negra tiene tumbao azúcar. Dance to the rhythm. Beat the drums of my skin. Afro descent, the rhythms within. The first language I spoke was Spanish. Learned from lullabies whispered in my ear. My parents' tongue was a gift which I quickly forgot after realizing my peers did not understand it. They did not understand me. So I rejected my habituele mi mangu, much preferring my Happy Meals and Big Macs. Straightening my hair in imitation of Barbie, I was embarrassed by my grandmother's colorful skirts and my mother's brokey English, which cracked my pride when she spoke. So shit, I'd poke fun at her myself, hoping to lessen the humiliation. Proud to call myself American, a citizen of this nation. I hated caramel-colored skin. I cursed God I've been the color of cinnamon. Yet, how quickly we forget where we come from. So remind me that I come from the Tainos of the Rio, the Aztecs, the Mayans, los Incas, los españoles con sus ficas buscando oro, and let's not forget about the Yoruba Africanos, que con sus manos built un mundo que nunca imaginaron. I know I come from stolen gold, from cocoa, sugar cane, the children of slaves and slaves' masters, a beautifully tragic mixture, a sancocho of race history, and my memory can't seem to escape the thought of lost lives, of indigenous rape, a bittersweet and bitterness, a feeling innate the soul of people, past, present, and faith. Our stories cannot be checked into boxes, they are in the forgotten. Read our lifeline. Birth of intertwined moonbeams and star shines. We are every ocean crossed. North Star navigates. Our bodies have been the bridges. We are the sons and the daughters. El destino de mi gente. Black, brown, and beautiful. Viviremos para siempre. Afro-Latino hasta la muerte. Thank you.
Okay, you're supposed to be over there. I'm sorry, I forgot. And next, we have a performance from Rocio.
Hi everyone, I'm Rocio, and I'll be performing an original song. Oh, I should mention I don't know anything about singing, and I don't know anything about songwriting. It's just that lately, there's been a lot, hasn't there? It feels like lately it's just there's too much. Normally I'm happy to have too much. I like to write it all down. I'm a novelist. I'm very happy to just spill it all on the page. But lately, the page can't hold it. It just slides right off and it lands on my guitar. For example, so I'll begin like writing a short story about falling in love, and I'll end up with a song about white supremacy. One day I was walking near the Commons in Ithaca, but this wasn't just any day. It was the last day of my graduate studies. I was on my way to a celebratory dinner with my thesis advisor. And as a brown woman, first generation, firstborn on both sides of my family here, so that walk meant something. So of course I called the person who cares the most, my mom. Hola mamá, sí pues te lo cuento. Hoy es mi último día como estudiante. But before I could finish my sentence, there came this said, "No Spanish, speak English, only English here." This had never happened to me before, so it took me like a second. I turned around just to make sure that I hadn't imagined it, and sure enough, he also had turned around to make sure that I'd heard. I don't have to tell you how that made me feel because I feel like you already know. I will tell you though that that night, I took that song about white supremacy and I changed the lyrics of the chorus to Spanish. It's not very many words, but I mean, the collective we that I'm a part of, we sing and we speak whatever we want when we have something to say. So this is that song. You don't get to call me that. My name's no longer yours to say. Lips no longer yours to play. My ways no longer yours to take. You don't get to hear it from me. My curse on you's from far away. My looks no longer yours to hate. The songs I sing no longer need to wait. If you see me down the road, tip your hat then go, because you missed the boat. Soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán del barco. You don't get to see me get strong. Ways I've learned to deal with pain. Memories like hurricanes, they settle, they batter with each day. If you see me down the road, tip your hat then go, because you missed the boat. Soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán del barco. You don't get to call me that. Thank you.
Esta canción tan bonita, pero, o sea, me llegó literalmente English, please.
Right,
English.
right. It was such a beautiful song. It was literally got to my heart. But our next performer, we have Kalfani.
Good evening. My name is Kalfani, and I'll be performing a monologue from my favorite episode of Black Mirror. I haven't got a speech. I didn't plan words. I didn't even try to. I just knew I had to get here, to stand here, and I knew I wanted you to listen, to really listen, not just pull a face like you're listening like you do the rest of the time. A face like you're feeling instead of processing. You pull a face and poke it towards this stage and we la-dee-da, we sing and dance and tumble around. And all you see up here, it's not people. You don't see people, it's all fodder. And the faker the fodder is, the more you love it, because fake fodder is the only thing that works anymore. Fake fodder is the only thing that we can stomach. Actually, not quite all. Real pain, real viciousness, that we can take. Yeah, stick a fat man up a pole and we'll laugh ourselves for all because we've earned the right. Because we're so out of our minds with desperation, we don't know any better. All we know is fake fodder and buying stuff. That's how we speak to each other. How we express ourselves is buying stuff. Show something real and free and beautiful, you couldn't, yeah? We're too numb for it. It'd break us. I might as well choke. There's only so much wonder we can bear. That's why when you find any wonder whatsoever, you dole it out in meager portions, and only then till it's augmented and packaged and pumped through 10,000 pre-assigned filters, till it's nothing more than a meaningless series of lights while we ride day in, day out to go where? For what? All tiny cells and tiny screens, and bigger cells and bigger screens, and how could you? That's what it boils down to, is how could you? How could you just sit there and slowly allow things to get worse? Forget you in your spotlight and your sanctimonious faces, and how could you take the one thing I ever came close to anything real about anything? For oozing around it and crushing it into a bone, into a joke, into one more ugly joke in a kingdom of millions of them. How could you? Thank you.
That was so amazing. Wow. I love that one beyond.
Yeah. And next we have a performance from Flor.
Hola, mi nombre es Ana Florencia López Ulloa y les voy a declamar un poema que se llama Idioma. Dame una razón para crecer y quítame razón para llorar. Toca con tus mimos en mi piel las heridas cansadas de llorar. Háblame en mi idioma alguna vez, porque el tuyo yo también me lo aprendí. Y ocupo que el mundo deje de doler y no puedo sanar si te estoy sanando a ti. Escoge ver las flores, no la hielas. Decido sonreír, tal vez sonriendo para merécete que un día no me vaya y toca con mis pies de eternidad. Pero yo me voy para otros mundos, nada me haga Deja de reclamar mi poliglosia, así como que no supiera yo que no te alcanza vida para todos los idiomas que deseas. No te alcanza vida para todos los idiomas que deseas. No te alcanza vida, no te alcanza para todos los idiomas que me sé, pero ¿sabes qué? Si sabes uno, sabes el idioma del querer.
Really powerful performance.
Yes, and please don't forget to join us for our Barbecue Wednesdays, Open Mic Fridays, and Karaoke Thursdays.
And we'll be here next week.
Thanks.
Hola.
Hola,
Me gustó mucho tu poema.
¿hablas español?
Sí.
Wait, you speak Spanish?
Pues claro que sí. Estaba pensando si te gustaría, no sé, salir conmigo y agarrar un give me coffee.
Give me coffee works?
Bueno, pues vamos.
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 Next scene, Stephanie got an interview.
Oh my god! I just got into L'Oreal's finance internship! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What would I wear? What would my hair look? Should I leave it straight? Curly? I just
Great.
don't know.
Tienes que planchar, Phil. You have to straighten your hair, okay?
So So I should
Straighten.
straighten my hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, not curly, straight.
So straight. Okay.
Actually, I think we need to let those beautiful crespos just be the way they
Yeah.
are. Oh my gosh, they look so
I don't
beautiful.
think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay.
Okay.
So I have this really great, there's this Dominican salon near my house, and I can take you and
Okay,
maybe
that would be
burn the
great.
roots a little bit. Just a little bit.
Bird what? I forgot. Are we cooking or smoking? I don't think so. So, I know what. We need hoops.
Hoops.
Big
Okay.
hoops.
Yeah,
Oh my
no.
gosh, of course we do. You know what they
Not
say, the
wearing
bigger the
hoops.
hoops, the
Okay.
bigger the opportunities in life.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
No, you can't.
You know that for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
No hoops. Okay, so studs.
Studs,
You want to
okay.
be professional, so like pearl white. Okay, studs.
Okay, pearls.
No, actually, they hired a Latina, so you want to give them a Latina.
You
You
wanna
want to
give
have
them a Latina.
beautiful curly hair.
Okay. Siempre vas a ser Latina. You're always gonna be Latina.
I am.
So for today, you're just gonna push that back, just like
Okay.
really
Just-
far back. Okay. Yeah.
That's not how
And
that
so
works.
we're gonna.
So what type of like lip
Okay,
color,
You're
like
listening
makeup?
to me. Amazing.
Red. Oh my gosh, we need the
Like
red. The one that mommy loves.
yeah.
Of course, that's
Red?
amazing.
Okay.
Mommy loves
Red
this
is
color.
not gonna work. Okay, you want
Why
to wear a
would you-
nude, a nice nude.
I just want to just
Be
give this
professional.
one a try, but like this one is different. It's my mom's
You're
favorite.
not going clubbing. You can't wear red.
But
lipstick.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, this is not gonna work.
Okay,
You're not
so
gonna get
now
your
you
internship
just
that
cross
way.
the line, and this is like you just have to exit. Like you're being
Okay,
too
good
bad.
luck with the internship.
Una vez Latina.
Siempre Latina.
And next, bienvenida a tu nueva casa.
Qué lejos estoy del suelo donde he nacido. Inmensa nostalgia invade mi pensamiento. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual hoja al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento. Ay, tierra del sol, suspiro por verte. Ahora que lejos yo vivo sin luz, sin amor. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual hoja al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento.
I am here for love. I arrived after I got married with the love of my life. Sí, del amor de mi vida, con el amor de mi vida. I remember when I first told my family, my mom, my friends, that I was moving, it was very difficult for them to understand. I remember one time my mom asked me, "Daughter, are you sure that you want to move? Are you sure that you want to leave your country, your friends, your family, your job?" I was very confident. When I arrived to Salt Lake City, Utah, I thought that my life was going to be as beautiful as in Mexico. I thought that it was going to be very easy to make friends. I thought that I was going to find a job. I thought that it was going to be a lot of fun. but it was not true. Not at all. One day, I was by myself. It was Friday. My husband was out of town. And I was very melancholic, thinking in everything I left in Mexico. Suddenly, somebody knocked at the door. I ran to open the door. When I opened it, there was two young men. When they saw my face, they asked me if I was okay. My eyes were very red after I made crying. So I invited them to come into my house. I offered them something to drink and we started talking. I told them that I was from Mexico and I just arrived and that I felt very lonely. When they knew that I was from Mexico, they started speaking Español. Hermoso español. That made me happy. They told me that they were there because they were working. They were Mormons. So their job was to convert people into the religion. So when I hear that, I told them that I did not have any intentions to change my religion because I am very Catholic. Soy muy católica. But that they could stay and pray together because I was sure that God will not have any problems if we pray together, even if we were from a different religion. So they stayed. We prayed. Before they left, I asked them to come back. They promised to return the following Friday at 7 o'clock. So I have to wait for a whole week before I could see my new two friends. So I waited. Sábado, domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes. Yes, it's viernes, Friday. 7 o'clock. My friends knock at the door. I invite them to come to my house. We talk, we pray. But before they left this time, they told me that they want me to read the Mormon book. I wasn't sure about that. But I was afraid that if I say no, I will never see them again. So I say, okay. And they promised me to return the following Friday at 7 o'clock. So there I was waiting again for another week before I can see my new two friends. So I wait. It's Friday again. 7 o'clock. Yes. My friends knock at the door. I open it. So I invite them to come into my house, but before they come in, they ask me if I read the Mormon book. And I say no. They were not happy. So they asked me to return the Mormon book, and I did not want to. But they insist and insist. I did not want to, but they did ask me. So I give it back to them. They left. The following week, I was hoping that my two friends will come back to my house. So I waited. And waited. And waited. It is Friday, 7 o'clock. 7:30. 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock. My friends never came back. That Friday, I prayed by myself. and I felt very lonely again.
Ay, tierra del sol, suspiro por verte. Ahora que lejos yo vivo sin luz, sin amor. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual hoja al viento, quisiera llorar, quisieras morir de sentimiento.
Next scene, Vipaporu.
Oh my god. I've been sick for a whole week now. I don't know what I have. I'm just gonna Google my symptoms. But I don't know if I should just stick to my mom's homemade remedies or go to the doctor.
This looks really serious. You're turning pale. Are you okay?
No!
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna look up your symptoms, just see. Okay,
What does it say?
it looks like you have swine flu. Okay, H1N1 influenza.
Swine flu?
Yes, this is really serious. You should go to the
¿Qué es
hospital.
eso? Google it. No le prestes atención a eso. Do not listen to that. Look, listen, you know what mommy and abuelita always say? Vipapuru cures everything. Let me put some on your hands.
Okay,
Here,
on her
listen.
hand, she has swine flu.
What?
Swine flu.
What's the swine flu? Ay, por favor, qué exageración.
Okay.
This is unreal. We
You're
just
gonna
need
start turning
Vipapuru. Mommy and abuelita always say bien untada,
Okay,
bien
well,
curada.
No, it says she needs to get some oxycillin, some doxycyllin. This is really serious.
No, she needs more Vipapuru and some tea.
Okay, no,
that's
we should start
exactly what she
Okay, I'm gonna
needs.
call the an Uber. Yeah.
With what money? Oh, please. No, you just need some rest. More Vipapuru here.
I don't feel good.
Hello?
I'm just going to put a little right here.
Yeah, I need a taxi right away. She has the swine flu. Okay, we cannot wait.
Mommy and abuela know the cures. You need to stay to home
Okay,
remedies.
thank you.
Let's start walking. No, actually, I have evidence that Vipapuru works. Look, just smell it.
Yeah. Okay, we can't.
See, they
slow
are
down.
feel
We
better.
just
Just
beat
look
up
at
with
them.
the
Look, they
swine
look
flu.
amazing. See, look, they look amazing, and this is gonna make you feel even more amazing. Okay, we're just gonna get you
If
some
you fall
rest.
asleep, you might not wake up. You have the swine flu. Okay, you have to go.
I don't feel good right now. I just need, that's why we're just gonna put more Vipapuru on your feet.
On her feet?
Just make sure you got it.
She has the swine flu.
Are you sure
She's
you
in the
don't have this
hospital?
swine
Yeah.
flu? Do you need
Get that away
Oh
from
my
me,
gosh,
okay?
I need some.
And next we have tongue-tied.
Spanish was never on the radar. My grandfather wouldn't allow it. most part, I didn't really care, you know? I mean, look at me. A couple shades lighter, that practically camouflage when it snows outside. And with these blue eyes, come on. Nobody's gonna come up to me and say, hey, Justin, why is it that you go and say, "Donde está la biblioteca," like the other kids in Spanish 101? Yeah, I fit in. I fit in with no questions asked. But then I asked myself a question. I asked myself, why is it that if I'm Mexican, I can't speak any Spanish? You see, when I walk down the streets of my hometown, I see these groups of Latinos tell these stories, laughing, having a good fun. You can tell that when one person stands up and speaks, everybody pays attention. It's kind of ironic. Ironic in the fact that when I stand up and speak, everybody can understand me as they should, but no one seems to care. So I think I deserve to speak Spanish. I'm Mexican after all. I think I deserve to know why I couldn't understand my cousins when they came to visit. Or why I can't talk to my relatives on that side of the border. So why? Pops, how could you not teach me as a child? Do you know how much I suffered because of you? Or do you just not love your country?
Survival, Justin. Survival. Let me tell you what happened. The day I crossed the border, I was so happy. I felt like I had made it. Until this ranchero saw me, and he started asking me a bunch of questions, but I couldn't answer any of them because I didn't speak any English.
No, where are your papers?
No entiendo, por favor, déjeme
Where
en
is
paz.
your visa?
Por favor, déjeme en paz.
You have to, do you understand?
No, por favor, no.
No, you
déjeme
don't
en paz.
understand the word I'm saying, do
Déjeme,
you?
por favor, no.
I'll make you understand.
¡No! ¡No! ¡Mi pierna!
And he beat me up. He beat me up so bad I could barely talk the next day. And as I laid there, cold, bleeding, I made a promise to myself that I would never speak any Spanish. And I would make sure that my kids only spoke English. You understand?
And that's why I can't speak Spanish. And I know it doesn't make me Mexican enough, but I swear I came from there. I swear.
Next scene, it's not you, it's me.
Oh my god! John just texted me. He broke up with me. He said, "It's not you,
text him. We need to fix this. I know we
Okay,
can.
I don't think
Let's
that's
tell him. No, let's text him. We'll cook him something. We'll make him empanadas like mommy makes her. Some
I don't
cocho.
think food is gonna fix this, okay? That's just a thought. But I think that maybe you should just leave your phone and we can go out dancing tonight.
Go out with
Yes.
who?
And we can just like go with her friends.
Oh, so you'll get all dolled up for your friends, right? You'll do your hair and your makeup. But when was the last time that you did your hair and your makeup for John?
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you actually dressed up for him?
Makeup? Well, she just got the L'Oreal Finance internship, so I think she's doing really well in that department.
Oh, I didn't know that an internship gave you a baby and a family.
Well, you know what? It might. Something could happen there, you know.
Mommy has been telling us she wants grandchildren soon. I mean, like, listen, we gave something to John that, I mean, we can never get back. I mean, once it's given, I mean, it's a done deal, right? Yeah,
So that's actually not how things work anymore. So you can just, it's kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. You can just keep giving it and giving it and giving it. Like,
wait, to someone who's not John?
yeah.
No, that doesn't sound right. He wants to marry us. He wants to take us to Puerto Rico to see his family.
Yeah, his family. Okay, let's not forget that John's real name is Juan, but he goes by John because he likes to deny his culture. That's a lot of baggage. Okay?
No. John is complicated. I mean, you know how men are. Come on, they're complicated.
It's not you, it's me. That's not complicated.
I think you need to text him and tell him we'll fix this.
Yeah,
I
okay.
know we can fix this.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should just leave your phone here, you know. If you want to text him, you can text him saying, I'm going to have an awesome internship in New York this summer.
Or you can text him and say, we'll talk about this, like, let's talk it out over food.
Okay,
Mom
yeah.
says a
Food?
man's heart's through his
No.
belly.
No, I think you should just leave your phone here. We can go out dancing, or
We can text him so we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I think he's confused. We need to tell him that we can fix
No,
this.
if you text him, I would just say, it's over. I'm good. I'm gonna have an
I would
amazing
text him
internship.
and say, let me cook you something. Let's talk about it. We can fix
not
this.
cooking again. So just say it's done.
Say that we need to see him.
Say it's
Okay,
done.
okay. I'm gonna text him. I'll text